And now I'm underwater. The voice in my head, and the voice says to me, if you let go, everything will be fine. So then I said, okay, I'll let go. And the moment that the word go formed in my mind, I popped out of my body, and in what I call a moment of no time, at one point I'm in my body, and at the next point I'm in this tunnel.
Many believe they can leave their bodies and soar among the stars during extreme moments, entering a realm of spirits and ghostly figures. Despite modern science and skepticism, the concept of a mystical space where souls roam free remains popular.
Life comes in that way, goes out that way.
A security camera from a haunted hospital has captured what appears to be a ghost, the spirit of a woman exiting her body. Could these events really be true glimpses into the beyond?
Leave their body and they look back on themselves, okay? That's a thing going, that's something, okay?
Right.
Let's investigate this.
Stay with us as we show the horrifying entities visible to the eye that will frighten you. Disturbing visions from the other side. The idea of ghosts and spirits, those timeless characters of haunted places and dark corners, isn't just something for scary stories or horror movies that play on our fears. They are claimed to be caught on film quite often these days, allegedly proving that they're real. Videos and pictures showing when a soul leaves its body are shared widely on social media, sparking debates and fascination. Take, for example, a famous video from a haunted hospital where what looked like a ghost, the soul of a woman, was seen leaving her body. This video became very popular very quickly, with people all over the world watching it and arguing about whether it was real or not. Where the video actually comes from is unclear, with some saying it's from India and others suggesting it might be from somewhere else entirely. This uncertainty only makes the video more intriguing and mysterious. People frequently overlook the need for careful examination and jump straight to excitement over such videos. Those who believe in the supernatural see these videos as proof, while skeptics point out that they lack scientific proof and might just be tricks or illusions. The real explanation is probably a mix of people seeing what they want to see, video editing, and a general eagerness to believe in something extraordinary. It's also true that humans are naturally inclined to believe in things like souls and an afterlife. Many cultures and belief systems propose that there is a soul, something that lives on after the body dies. This idea is deeply rooted and hard to shake because it connects to our fear of death and our hope that there's something more after we die. As a result, any small, unexplained event, like a shadow moving in a dimly lit room or a strange noise in an old building, can spark our imaginations and add to our ongoing fascination with life after death. Every unclear image or video that might show a soul leaving a body fuels this interest. But we should think about whether these are real glimpses of the supernatural or just stories made more exciting by our natural desire to believe in life beyond death. In sharing and looking closely at these captures of souls departing, we should consider whether we are truly seeing proof of the supernatural or if we're simply falling for stories created from thin air. This is encouraged by our deep-seated wish to believe that our spirits live on forever. However, the video quality is so poor that it's hard to make out clear details. In it, we see a woman lying in a hospital bed, surrounded by darkness that seems almost too perfect, as if someone set it up to look scary on purpose. The video's poor resolution makes it tough for anyone trying to tamper with it, because any added digital details would stand out against the original blurry footage. Only someone really skilled could edit this video without making it obvious. In this eerie setting, the woman seems completely out of it, barely visible under the dim lighting that seems chosen more for effect than anything else. As the camera keeps filming, a white, ghost-like figure starts to appear. It slowly comes out from the top of her body and holds our attention just long enough to make us tense. Then, almost as if it knows it's being watched, the figure quickly leaves through the back door, vanishing as quickly as it came. This video popped up in 2014 and stirred up a lot of talk. It's a classic ghost story, but set in a modern environment, making people wonder about the overlap of technology and the paranormal. It mixes old ghost tale elements with new settings like hospitals, which are usually seen as clean and safe. Another video, titled Joe's Bedroom, follows a similar theme. Filmed in 2018, it shows an elderly man, likely named Joe, sleeping. The video captures him in a deep sleep, mouth open, completely relaxed, and obviously not aware of his surroundings. The ordinary scene of an old man sleeping is turned into something potentially spooky, as the video hints that something unusual might be happening that we can't see. Both videos are meant to intrigue viewers, whether they believe in ghosts or not. Some people might watch these videos looking for signs of ghosts, while others might be more interested in figuring out if the videos were edited. Each video is a modern take on ghost stories, using digital footage to create a sense of mystery and fear. They show how ghost stories have evolved, using technology to create new versions of age-old fears, finding the supernatural not just in old haunted houses, but in everyday places like hospitals and bedrooms. These stories captivate us because they mix the mundane with the mysterious. They use the backdrop of ordinary places to explore extraordinary possibilities. Whether or not you believe the videos are real, they tap into our fascination with the unknown and our fear of what might be lurking just out of sight. They keep us guessing and questioning, drawing us into their spooky world. Joe appears deeply asleep, caught on camera just as a small white orb appears. These orbs are often considered errors in photos or simple dust particles, but they have a mysterious reputation in ghost stories as containers of human energy, called energy orbs by believers. These energy orbs are thought to carry something very vital, akin to the soul's battery. It's important to understand, however, that these orbs are not the same as human souls. According to some spiritual views, souls are complex mixtures of consciousness and are bound within our physical bodies. Let's explore more mysterious events that blur the line between life and death, the silent witness of final frames. In the mystical sense, the energy orb is considered to be supported by the soul, a curious idea that suggests that perhaps our life force is something tangible that can be held onto or lost. In the video, these orbs seem to leave Joe's body one by one, with the first orb's departure being particularly noticeable. As each orb floats away, the scene becomes more foreboding, leading us to wonder if Joe's vital energy is draining away. Shifting scenes, we encounter another dramatic event, a car crash. This scene is an all too familiar tragedy, captured with the urgency of flashing emergency lights. Paramedics and police work frantically under the strobe of red and blue lights around what seems to be the wrecked car and the driver's body. Amidst this chaos, something unusual catches the eye, a dark, shadowy figure that appears to rise from the wreckage. This eerie sight might suggest the soul, weary and damaged, leaving its earthly confines. However, it's wise to approach these interpretations with caution.
Just short of the highway overpass at the scene of a two-car head-on collision. No information as to the extent of injuries or details.
Such images could easily be distortions caused by the camera or simple tricks of light, which are not uncommon in our digital age. Yet the intrigue of these visuals, suggesting a peek into another realm, is incredibly strong. Whether these images are debunked as visual errors or accepted as glimpses into the supernatural, they play into our deep-seated curiosity about what happens after death. This interplay between doubt and belief, the known and the mysterious, continues to captivate and puzzle us, leaving us in a limbo of curiosity and skepticism. In another typical example of how humans are drawn to disturbing scenes, we find ourselves examining the aftermath of a car accident captured by a camera. Located deep in a forest, the road becomes the backdrop for a sad scene filled with emergency vehicles like ambulances and police cars, all huddled around in a dismal gathering. The scene is hectic as police officers surround the body of the victim, their actions a blend of routine duty and genuine concern, though it seems the worst has already happened. Amid the chaos of mangled cars and shattered glass, the photo captures something unusual, a white, glowing figure that appears to be leaving the victim's body. This ghostly image invites us to ponder the possibility of life after death. Is this an actual glimpse into the spirit world, or just a trick of light and lens? Moving from the outdoor tragedy to the clinical setting of a hospital, we are brought to a scene from July the 24th, 2017. Security cameras inside a hospital show a critically ill man lying on a bed, surrounded by a flurry of medical staff. The doctors and nurses move quickly, their actions reflecting the urgency of the man's condition. He is hooked up to various life-supporting machines and doesn't seem to be aware of the hectic efforts to save him. As time passes, there's no noticeable improvement in his state, and it's unclear if he will recover. After a while, the medical team leaves and the man is left alone in the quiet, watched only by the unblinking eye of the camera. These two instances, a car crash and a hospital emergency, are vivid examples of how we are captivated by life's critical moments and possibly what comes after. The images and scenes feed into our fascination with what happens at the edge of life and the mysteries of death. Is the idea of a spirit something we create to help us cope with the harsh finality of death? Or is it a clue to a deeper, unseen reality? As much as they show about dramatic, life-altering events, they also mirror our relentless quest for meaning when faced with profound loss. This endless intrigue not only shows our curiosity about death, but also our need to find a narrative that comforts or explains the inexplicable aspects of life and death. In a hospital room filled with the cold precision of medical equipment and a quiet that comes and goes with the hospital staff, a patient lies still, unnoticed for a few moments. As time slowly passes, something extraordinary begins to unfold. Captured on the hospital's CCTV, a white ghost-like figure that looks just like the man begins to separate from his body. It sits up slowly, as if thinking deeply about what to do next, then stands and quietly disappears into nothing. This strange sight of what seems to be the man's soul leaving his body leaves an eerie feeling in the room, only broken by the sudden rush of doctors returning. They try frantically to revive him with chest compressions and heart monitors, but it's too late. The man is gone, leaving behind a room filled with the cold reality of death and a video that leaves viewers with feelings of fear and many unanswered questions. In another place, watched over by a different CCTV camera, a seemingly normal night takes a mysterious turn. A man is sleeping soundly, his breathing soft and steady in the dim light, with dust particles floating in the surrounding air. As the camera continues to record, it captures a shocking moment. His soul, looking like a shadowy version of himself, quietly lifts out of his body. It pauses for a moment as if enjoying its newfound freedom, then walks away into the darkness, leaving behind a scene that makes people wonder if what they saw was real. The video suggests the man might be experiencing astral projection, where the soul travels outside the body, adding to the mystery and leaving those who watch it puzzled about whether he is alive or has passed away. Adding to these chilling incidents, another video from 2016 shows a terrifying accident. Captured by a roadside CCTV in Luri, Thailand, it shows a harsh reality. A truck crashes into a motorbike that was trying to turn a corner too quickly. The The collision is violent, throwing the riders into the air in a horrifying display before they crash back down to the ground. The aftermath is a scene of destruction, with the quiet that follows such sudden, brutal movements. Like the other videos, this one spreads online, piecing together a story of loss and the grim interest people have in watching death unfold through their screens. What other secrets do these strange events hide? Let's find out next. The haunting truth behind viral videos. These stories, whether of souls seeming to leave their bodies or tragic accidents, generate a mix of reactions. People are drawn to them out of a dark curiosity, philosophical thinking, and an unsettling awareness of our own eagerness to watch such events. As we capture every moment on video, we walk a delicate line between witnessing and exploiting these tragedies. Each view and share reflects our complex relationship with seeing and recording the end of life. These videos, with their ghostly appearances and tragic ends, do not just capture events. They disturb and provoke us, making us think deeply about life, death, and the mysterious moments caught on camera that challenge us to think about what is really happening. The scene starts with a person lying on the road, drawing immediate attention from a group of shocked onlookers. It's difficult to tell whether their expressions show concern or just plain curiosity. Soon, the situation takes an eerie turn. Mere seconds after the person falls, a ghostly, pixelated shadow appears, floating above the body. Despite the chaos as people rush to help, this shadow remains still, hovering near the body before it slowly fades away. Uploaded to YouTube by Sutin Raj Swan on September 17th, the video quickly captivated over 700,000 viewers. Many replayed it repeatedly, driven by a mix of disbelief and a secret hope to make sense of the strange phenomenon. Meanwhile, another story unfolds thousands of miles away in the Philippines, stirring discussions about life after death and ghostly apparitions. On November 21st, 2020, during a dramatic rescue attempt, a woman claims to have caught on camera what she believed was a man's soul leaving his body. This man had bravely tried to save a drowning stray dog, but tragically got swept away by the river's strong current himself. According to the woman's video, the man's spirit seemed to rise from his body and walk over the water as if guarding the scene of his own demise. The video shows the man courageously diving into the river to rescue the dog, which he does successfully. However, his heroism turns into a disaster when the powerful current drags him away to a deeper part of the river. The onlookers, filled with fear and unable to do much, immediately call for help. A rescue team arrives and uses a backhoe in a desperate attempt to save him, but there's uncertainty about whether he survived after being in the turbulent waters for over 2 hours. These videos shared online tap into our deep-seated fascination with death and the supernatural. They prompt endless discussions and speculations, making us wonder about the existence of an afterlife and spirits. The age of smartphones allows us to record events that would have previously gone unnoticed, turning personal tragedies into topics of global interest. The tales of these individuals, captivating due to their dramatic nature and the mysterious elements involved, force us to reflect on life's fragility and the unknown aspects of death. As these stories spread across the internet, they gather viewers who are eager to explore these mysteries, contributing to a collective inquiry into what might lie beyond this life. In a surprising turn of events, a woman decided to film what seemed to be just another day by the river. When she watched the video later, she saw something strange, a white human-like shape floating above the water. She firmly believed that this was the spirit of a person who had recently drowned there. She also made it clear that she hadn't altered the video in any way. This wasn't the first tragic incident at this river. In fact, it was the third drowning to occur there. On the other side of the world, a mysterious video from Japan started making rounds online. The video, which surfaced in 2018, shows a completely empty street. Then a man walks into view. He is only carrying a bag and walks slowly, as if he is very sad or tired. He finds a spot on a curb under a bridge to lie down. After a few minutes, something incredible happens in the video. What seems to be the man's spirit sits up from his body, looks back at his lying form, and then gets up and walks away, leaving behind his body and everything he owned. These stories are intriguing because they seem to show moments where the spirit leaves the body after death. They catch our attention and make us wonder about life after death. However, these stories also make us question the truth of what we see in videos, especially in an age where video editing tools are so accessible. It's easy to get caught up in these mysterious and spooky tales, but we also have to remember to think critically about what might really be happening. People love these kinds of stories because they mix the modern world with the age-old question of what happens after we die. The idea that a camera might catch a glimpse of the soul leaving the body is both fascinating and a bit scary. These videos keep people talking and debating whether what they are seeing is real or just an illusion. In the end, these stories are not just about ghosts. They are about our deep-seated fears and curiosities about death and what comes next. Whether these videos show real ghosts or tricks of light and editing, they remind us of our fascination with the unknown and the supernatural. In a recent video that surfaced online, we're taken to the aftermath of a severe car accident at a busy intersection. The area is buzzing with activity as red ambulances and bystanders gather around the wreckage. A victim of the crash has already been rushed into an ambulance, presumably to get medical help. The crowd around the scene shows a range of emotions, from worry to an unsettling fascination with the chaos. As the camera continues to record, something unusual appears, a shadowy outline of a man near the back of the ambulance, close to where the victim might be. This mysterious figure sparks a lot of talk among viewers. Many suggest it might be the soul of the man escaping from his physical form. Such ideas tap into our long-standing fascination with what happens after death and the possibility of spirits existing, a topic that often captures more attention than more ordinary, albeit realistic explanations. Next, we'll uncover more eerie encounters from unexpected places, the morgue's midnight visitor. Moving to another eerie scenario, a video from 2014 shows a lonely hospital corridor at night. The setting seems perfect for a ghost story. The video shows a few people sleeping on the floor, their presence adding to the eerie quiet of the hallway. At one end of the corridor, close to the morgue, a place typically associated with death, a dark figure gradually appears. This shadowy shape, resembling a man, stands still at the entrance of the morgue before it starts moving slowly toward the sleeping people. As it gets closer, it becomes clearer and more defined, which adds a spooky tension to the scene. However, just as it's about to reach the sleepers, the figure suddenly speeds up and rushes past them, disappearing as quickly as it came into view. The tendency to interpret such images as spirits or souls leaving the body highlights a deep-rooted interest in ghost stories and the supernatural. The idea that this figure could be a ghost from the morgue taps into old ghost story traditions and our enduring interest in life after death. Yet, these phenomena are more likely tricks of lighting or video editing meant to stir curiosity and fear for those watching online. Videos like these thrive on the internet as they play into our love of mysteries and the thrill of the unknown. Despite more rational explanations being likely, the allure of ghost stories and paranormal events remains strong, reflecting our enduring fascination with these mysteries, even in modern times. Such stories show how much people enjoy a good scare and how quickly we can be drawn into tales of the supernatural, especially when they're wrapped in the mysterious ambiance of nighttime settings and ambiguous figures. The video takes place in a morgue where we see dead bodies. It claims to show something quite extraordinary. A spirit, conveniently labeled as number 12, leaving a body. This idea follows a previous video called Joe's Room, which also featured an old man. In this video, the man is simply sleeping peacefully at home, but the film tries to suggest something supernatural is happening. The main event of this video comes at the very end. A white orb, which the video suggests might be a spirit, is shown floating away from the sleeping man's body. The man doesn't wake up or react, he just keeps sleeping as if nothing happened. The orb disappears into the air, and the viewers are left to wonder if they've just seen a soul leaving its body, or if it's just a trick of the light. The next part of the footage moves to another bedroom, where a middle-aged woman and another person are sleeping. The camera records them doing nothing out of the ordinary for several minutes. Then, unexpectedly, a strange, slightly discolored shape appears. This figure floats around the room and seems to enter the woman's body. After a short while, it leaves her body and floats out of the room, just as mysteriously as it arrived. The woman doesn't wake up or seem to notice anything unusual. Adding to the intrigue, the woman later watches this CCTV footage and provides her own commentary. She sounds upset and shocked as she describes watching what she believes to be a spirit interacting with her body while she slept. Throughout these videos, viewers might start to question the reality of what they're being shown. The videos use familiar ideas from ghost stories like mysterious orbs and shadowy figures that make the scenes feel staged or too perfect. These elements seem designed to fit what people expect from ghost stories, making it hard to tell if what's shown is real or just for show. Moreover, these videos seem to play into people's curiosity about the supernatural. They use simple yet effective imagery that many associate with ghosts and spirits. The question isn't really about the risks of encountering spirit number 12 or any other supposed ghost. Rather, it's about whether these videos are just tapping into our long-standing curiosity about life after death, using modern video technology to make these old questions seem fresh and exciting. As each video ends and another begins, the pattern repeats. The audience is shown something that might be supernatural, and they are left to debate whether it's true or just a part of the show. These stories are carefully crafted to spark both doubt and fascination, keeping viewers hooked by balancing just on the line between skepticism and the thrill of the paranormal. Each scene is made to make us ponder, yet also to question the reliability of what we're being shown, constantly keeping us in a state of wondering and questioning. A mysterious video has sparked a lot of interest and debate, suggesting that a woman's soul can be seen leaving and re-entering her body. This phenomenon, known as astral projection, is believed by some to show the soul traveling outside the body. However, others question whether what's shown in the video is simply an illusion or something less mysterious, like a play of light. There's a division among viewers. Some feel this video confirms the existence of souls, proposing that we are more than just our physical bodies, and that our inner essence can interact with the physical world in unexpected ways. These individuals argue that capturing such moments with cameras and other gadgets bridges the gap between spiritual beliefs and modern technology. On the other hand, another video from 2013 involving Janice Whitmer and her dying mother adds to this fascinating conversation. In that video, Janice captures what she claims are white orbs or angels around her mother in the hospital. She believes these orbs are spiritual beings coming to take her mother's soul to heaven. This claim comforts those who are mourning by suggesting that there's something peaceful waiting after death. Yet, skeptics might see these orbs as nothing more than simple reflections or tricks of light, rather than proof of angels. The video has thousands of views and many comments from people who say they've seen similar things when they were with someone who was dying. Family members, and especially nurses, who often work around death, say they regularly see what they think are souls or mysterious energies around patients. Their experiences lend some weight to the idea that these phenomena are real. Let's dive deeper into these haunting tales and what they might really show us, exploring the intersection of grief and ghosts. However, skeptics might argue that people are more likely to see what they hope or need to see in emotionally intense situations. The dim lights in hospital rooms, shiny surfaces, and the emotional state of those present can make ordinary things seem extraordinary. Moreover, the idea that such videos could change someone's belief about life after death suggests that we may be looking for any proof to support our hopes for an afterlife. In today's world, where videos can be easily edited and optical illusions are well known, one has to consider if these are just cases of people seeing what they want to believe. As fascinating as these discussions are, they also bring up broader questions about how we merge our beliefs with technological advancements. Whether these videos show real spiritual experiences or are just interpretations fueled by hope and need, they definitely add to our ongoing conversation about life, death, and what might lie beyond. This conversation reflects our deep desire to understand and find meaning in the world around us, especially at the crossroads of life and death, blending age-old spiritual questions with the possibilities offered by modern technology. These stories, although they lack solid scientific backing, are powered by our emotional needs, our struggles with loss, and our hopes for an afterlife. People want to believe that death isn't the end and that our loved ones can still reach out to us. This desire turns simple shadows into spirits and ordinary moments into signs from beyond. Without concrete proof, these accounts become more about our personal beliefs and the comfort they bring rather than the truth. They evolve into modern-day myths that help us deal with our fears about death and the unknown. They offer a sense of continuity and a bridge between our everyday lives and the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Through these narratives, those who have lost someone find solace, and the unexplainable becomes a part of our everyday conversations, making the concept of life after death a little less daunting and a lot more hopeful. In today's world, where technology can manipulate images in countless ways, distinguishing what is real from what we hope to see is increasingly challenging. Are these truly supernatural events, or are we just seeing what we want to see because of our desires to connect with those we've lost? This story, although intriguing, might be more about our human need for stories that defy explanation and our longing for life after death. Are these dark historical facts a mirror to the past desires and necessities, or are they shadows we still haven't escaped? Like, comment, and subscribe to delve deeper into these eerie truths and share your thoughts on how they reshape your view of history.